So this is day 2 and I already made a video and I've got to redo the video because I didn't record it properly. So take 2. We're on day 2 and we're going to be talking about products and collections. And so I'm going to show you what happens. We are in our collections. This is on Shopify, and as I said, in any e-commerce store it just changes a little bit, but most of the stuff that we're going to do in here is still going to be the same. But before we're going to talk about this, I'm going to be talking about images and videos, because images and videos are the most important thing in your store. Nobody can touch, feel, or smell your products. So what do? You've got to make those images amazingly big and beautiful and bright, and so they stand out, because that's what's going to make your customers actually buy your products. Before your descriptions is those images are going to sell your products. So I've got a 5-day, it's not really a checklist, a 5-day challenge, not a checklist, it's a products and collections page, and I have lots of tips, and I'm going to add this to the units. I've got lots of tips here about your products. I've written them all down, and then the image sizes and free stock images, where you can find free stock images, videos, how to do them, and also step for step. And then what I have is some cool tools, and also 9 elements that is very important for the most perfect product page. Okay, and I'll be talking about all these things as we're going along. So let's talk about images first. So you got to have your image first with a clean white background, because you want your products to stand out. So if you have background on your products, the background has to be blurred so your products stand out. Remember, it's all about your product. You've got to have different types of images. You've got to have lifestyle images. You've got to have obviously product images with a white background. Show them different sections of the sides of your product. See how it looks when you have it in your ear, so show people how big your product is on a person, or if it's not on the person, then put a quarter next to it so they can actually see the size of it. But show your customers what they are getting in all of your images. All your product images have to be consistent size. So we don't want our products to be different sizes, because it looks odd. And so this morning when I was talking about it, we had the Itsy Bitsy store. So we're talking a lot about drop shipping as well. You're not always as lucky to get good images from your drop shippers, because they're different drop shippers. So if you're looking at this little wee boutique here, she gets her products in, 6 months later they're out. So none of her products, just some of her products, but most of her products come in and out. This is what she gets from her vendor. She tries to make them as nice as possible, and if not, she's got thousands of products. If not, then she'll keep them all to the same line so that it looks consistent. So try and manipulate your collections with your images as they're going in. You can actually manipulate them manually, okay? And then so you see here they've got a different background to these other images. You can't always control it. If you have your own products, you can control it, okay? So we had Dust Fear Mist. So Dust Fear Mist is something totally different. So they sell industrial stuff. So we also, again, we get this from the vendor, right? So what I've done is I've cleaned up the background. How do I do that? And I'll show you another store, because these were all gray background or something like that. You can also fix these, because remember, we are going to be selling this all the year through. We're not going to change this product. Most of the time we're actually going to be adding some more products. So if I'm looking at Moyo Collections, we are just launching this website. we cleaned up the background, so there's no stands or anything. Cleaned out the background because they were all, with bushes and stuff behind it, and then gave it a color. So you don't always have to have white, but remember, Amazon, white background. Your main product in Amazon has to be white. So why create problems for yourself? Immediately create one image that's white, and if you want this differently on your page, then that's your second image that you this is your first image you display. Your second image will be the white one. Okay, so here, as I said, we only have one product. I am going to be adding videos, and I'll show you how to do that. And I made them big because, again, your images are going to show on mobile. Your mobile is your most important tool for your customers. 90 plus people shop on their mobile. They will actually do the transaction on their iPad or on a desktop, but they start shopping on a mobile. If you watch everybody, they check everything on a mobile. So if your stuff is on social, it'll be on the mobile. So I made these as big, as nice as possible to show up really in your face, because these are huge statues, right? They're not just little baby ones. So that's why I did that. So if we are looking at Parisians Pure, no, I don't want to go in the back end before we do that. Parisians Pure. Okay, I tend to work in the background. Okay, so here you see nice white background, but she also has let's see if she's got some hemp products. She also has the natural background, but see how beautiful and big these images are, right? Nice. And she did it all on her cell phone. So when we started out, professional photographer, did a mess up. She didn't want to pay again. This is as big as what I could make the images. This is not big, but it's big enough. And I had to make it a little bit lighter so you can actually see more of the product. But you can see it starting to pixelate. If I force these to be bigger, it'll be pixelated. You do not want your images to be pixelated. You want them to be as clear as possible. But also, again, it has to be a low resolution, which I mean, it has to be light. And what I mean by that is, let me see if I can actually show you. Resolution of images. I know. Resolution of images. Say, for instance, let's see if we can see it on here. Boom. Nope, it doesn't show the resolution on here. Okay. I want to just show you what a resolution is, because so that you know what to look for. And I'm looking now in my file for okay. So here we go. So let me see if you guys can see this. Yeah, I think you can. Yes. I use different software, so I can't always see the same thing. So if you're looking at this, okay, this is my mama and my baby. So the resolution here is 634 KB. That's pretty high. You want to have it as low as possible. Remember, these are photos, okay? 800 KB. So you want them to be as low as possible. So if I'm looking in my screenshots, for instance, let's see what the KB is. Ooh, that's pretty heavy, right? 1.4 megabytes. Extremely heavy images. You do not want these to be that heavy. So now, when you're looking at, let's see here. We'll see here. If I can see these images. 120 KB. You see? So we brought the size of the image down, but the image is still nearly 700 by 1000. So you got to make sure that it's web, that your images are web, for the web, right? So I normally do this in Photoshop. One thing I didn't do this morning is to show you Canva, how to make beautiful pictures. So you go to Canva.com. You can design any images in Canva. Okay, it's for free. You can have the 12 blah 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 session. I think it's $12.99. Maybe it's a little bit more expensive, but you can create anything in. So we had a gift item, a gift card we created in here. So when you're publishing it, yes, you're downloading it, and you're downloading probably as a PNG. You make sure that you compress the file for a lower quality. This is one of the best softwares to use to create your images. Okay, so canva.com. I forgot to show that this morning. All right, let me see if it's on here. Tools, Amazon free stock photos, tools. I have all the tools in here. And remember, I am going to Canva. So canva.com and then Pixel Z. So Pixel Z, what I use Pixel Z for is to take the background out. It costs about $1.49. They will take the background out, and what they've done here is they've taken the background out and they actually colored my background. It has to be part of your brand, right? This is part of the brand. It's strong. It's a gallery, so you want to be impressive. You do not want a colored background like that in your beautiful skincare company, right? So here I also have just white background for the products, because normally the norm for images is white background. Can I see anything in here? Yes, you see? So white background, so people can actually see the products. So back to images again. White background, sizes are 1,000 by 1,000, minimum 450 by 450. Okay, 1,000 by 1,000. Why recreate the wheel twice? Because Amazon requires you to have the images at 1,000 by 1,000. Yes. So when you can take your images on your phone. The phones these days is amazing. Make sure that you have direct light. Forget about the stupid boxes. The boxes really don't work. Okay, and I'll probably get into trouble for this. But you can make sure you have direct light when you're taking pictures for your products, with your back to the light. Your images not in the direct light, but just so that the light is coming into the room. Take a picture. If it's dark, there's so many apps that you can use to lighten your picture. I mean, even in photos you can lighten your picture and post and send it to your computer. All right, so make sure that you lighten the pictures, because you don't want dark photos. Okay, low resolution. Shopify 1,000 by 1,000 shots. The slider shots for the top is normally 1,600 by 600. I'm going to add all this to your units in the group. Okay, where am I? Okay, I'm just launching her tribe. Here we go. Touched. Okay, so let's start adding your products. Title. Make your title as interesting as possible, because this is what your customers will be searching for. So if you are drop shipping, don't just leave mug 11 ounces. Okay, so we don't need the 11 ounces. You have the 11 ounces, and here I would call it crazy eye mug or something. I'm not thinking about it right now, but make your descriptions, you make your titles descriptive, because people are going to search for it, and that's what they're going to search for. Okay, so in here again, the dropshipper has given us a standard descriptions. Change the description, because everybody's going to have the same description if they're going to dropship. So what I've done here is, these are dropshipped. Okay, we've changed every single let me see here if I can get a really good one, because we haven't changed everything. Straight pipe. So what I've done is I've added more information. I've done research with the vendor. I've added more information than what the vendor even has. So because they had it in a catalog, so I just recreated it. Come on, for on the page. So here you go. So I've made a little video. I've got some information. I've got some deliveries, some reviews. Make your descriptions your oh yes, you see here I've actually changed the title to make, because my customers, or these customers, are going to be looking for rolled lip or clamped together, the same thing, in adjustable sleeve. Okay, so don't just use what your dropshipper has used, and then so we are changing the descriptions for, and she's changing them because nobody's going to look for Defy. Nobody. I mean, it's a name that she came up with. Nobody's going to look for it. So I told her to put the night cream in there. People are going to look for age and night cream. Okay. Let's go back to here. Okay. So one keyword. Remember, one keyword. If you can, put it at the front. Then descriptions. Add your descriptions. Again, change your description. Make them interesting. You can add a lot of descriptions. Start slowly and keep adding to your descriptions. You add your image in here. Okay, as I said, you add your image. Let me see what I've got in here. Oh, this is explaining. I'm writing a book, by the way, so all about Shopify. So explaining how to add the image. That's your image. You can add, also embed a YouTube video in your descriptions, or you can embed a YouTube video, any video, in your description. This comes right next to the description. Okay. Oh yes. So if you want to change it, then you can change it here on the side. You add your alt text. You can draw on it. Beep, 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 beep. You can, let me see here, done. You can crop it, and you can resize it. So you see here, this is way too big. Our maximum 1,000. So if I'm going to do this 1,000, then that is going to lock aspect, is going to get it down to 550. So this is not square. So if I wanted a square image, and I'll say I want a square image, look, it'll show me a square image. But you obviously have information, your image is not square. You cannot make out of a vertical or a horizontal image into a square image, only if you want part of the image. So you have to do this outside of Shopify. I don't know how any of the other shopping platforms as well, probably. As you guys know, I love Shopify. Okay, then we are going to be talking about pricing. Pricing is okay. So pricing, Shopify again, if you have, say for instance, $50 and your cost was $12, it'll show you here in the margins how much margins you make, what your profit is. You charge tax on your products. You don't charge tax on your products if you have a non-profit organization, or if I think you don't pay taxes on digital products. Okay, I know. Your SKU is whatever you give your SKU number. Your barcode is normally for Amazon. If you drop shipping, I would put the SKU number in. Normally they add the SKU number if you drop shipping t-shirts or any of that other stuff, if you're using an app. Otherwise, I just use the vendor's SKU number. I use the vendor's SKU number. You see there, SKU in that area. Track quantity, if you want to track quantity. Continue selling out of stock. If you want to sell your products when it's out of stock, then people can email you if you check this one. And obviously quantities. You've got to have quantities to be able to sell. Otherwise it says sold out. Okay. And then shipping, this is a physical product and you have to have weights. If you don't have weights, it's a free shipping. You do not want to do that unless you want to do free shipping. Variants, again, for Shopify you can add 3 options and 100 line items. So you can add 3 different types of options, and your variants are like large, medium, small, right? And then you add some here and you add some here, but you can only have like 100 in a line. So what I'm doing, because I've got so many variants in some of these products, I'm actually using an app. I've used several apps. And then also to make it more interesting, for instance, let me see here, fans. I've just added the fans. Yes. So to make it more interesting, so you can't add a drop down and a box. Okay, so you can add one or the other. So in here, this was not the right one. Let me see if I can add this one. I added a drop down in Shopify, used an app to actually add, I think it's going to come through. Come on. This is I'm going to change this template. I don't like this template. Nope. Okay. And obviously now I won't find it because I don't know where. So adding a different, and I've just added the product, which was fans. I'm still adding these products, so obviously won't see it. Anyway, again, let's go back to the products. So that's what you can do. If you add it here and you don't, say for instance, you only add 2 and you publish it, you come back, you can add another option, you can only add one of these. The rest of the variants you have to add in the editing part of the product, which is her tribe. I'll show you here. Takes forever. Okay, so in the editing part of the product, so if you go down here, so you have to say, for instance, here I want to add a variant. Yeah, okay, variant is all the specifics. Okay, and then if I want to add more options, edit options, I can add an option, but I can only add one. Hello. Okay, that's it. I can't add another one. All right, so what you'll have to do is you have to go into options, add a variant, and then you can add the variant in here, but you have to do it one by one, which is a little bit more complicated, but it's not terrible. Okay, I want to quickly also show you, so let's talk about a little bit about pricing. I have a special for you guys, a break-even analysis. So I've created this spreadsheet so you can see how many units you have to sell and how much profit you make. Okay, so here you've got your fixed cost. So you only change the yellows. Actually, this should be yellow and that should be yellow as well. Let's make that yellow, and that's yellow, and this is yellow. Merchant cost you don't change. Delivery of product from. Okay, you don't change that. You don't change that. This you can change. Oh. So, okay, I understand why I did it in white. So you change this part, which is a yearly cost, right? And this is a yearly cost as well. So you will change this part here. And this is also a yearly charge. So you see, I made it very easy for you. So if a yearly charge or a monthly charge is in here, only change the yellow part. Okay, so you have your fixed costs. It's like your insurance, your accountant, your merchants, all this stuff, and you can add more. You just say, hey, I want to add a row above, no problem, add your stuff in there. Then you have your variable costs, which means your wholesale, how much is going to cost you. If you're paying somebody, you put the commission in here. You're paying them 12% to help you sell. Your packaging, how much you package per product. Okay, your marketing materials that you put into your product when you're sending it. Your merchant costs you don't change because it's all in here. I've already added that for you. You can add anything in here. Obviously, delivery product from. I don't know where that is from. Anyway, I'll have a look before I pop this in. Free delivery, obviously if you offering free delivery G. Oh, yeah, never mind. So this you can change. You adding yours. This was my my spreadsheet. So I had a whole thing that I added here. Free delivery, shipping, labor. What does it cost you to create this product? And then you'll have the your variable overhead. So this is automatically added in here. Okay. So this is the price of the product which you can change. So I say, for instance, your price was $65. Your variable cost, see here, automatically adjusted, is now $13.41. Your contribution margin, your margin is $51, which is bloody amazing. You have to sell 8.5 units before you break even. So if you're selling this for $25, okay, you're making $17. You have to sell 25 units. Okay, so use this. Go in here, make a copy. Here's an instruction of what to do with this. I will post it in. I will post a link in the group so you can come and get it. All right. So this helped tremendously for you to actually add it. Okay. So let's talk about quickly before we talk about free videos. I have stuff in here for free stock images. You want to use stock images as sparingly as possible. Believe me. Okay, videos, you want to add videos to your product. So you're adding your videos, you're adding value to your clients so they can see it in motion. You know that people are watching videos a lot more than what they watch photos. So 80% of consumers prefer to watch a live video from a brand than read the blog. 63% watch live streaming daily, okay? So HubSpot says, HubSpot's like a CRM software, says, oops, wrong, just adding that in there so you know what I'm talking about, can grow your business 49% faster, but it has to be short videos, seconds, okay, not minutes, lower than a minute, okay. Quick videos, how to use my product, maybe a review from a client. Don't make it too long. Short videos. They don't have to say too much, just I love this product, blah blah blah. Okay, you can use it in product descriptions, customer testimonials, lifestyle videos, how to use your product, behind the scenes videos, product ingredients. Here is the super, you can use a video on your thank you page with an app, and we're talking about apps I think on either tomorrow or on Thursday, I'm not sure, how you create a thank you video to put it on your thank you page to thank people to shop with you. All right, okay. And I've added a how to as well to add it, and I see they have a different thing in Shopify. They keep changing things on me. Tips on how to add, and I've also added image tools and video tools. I use Wave Video a lot because they're amazing, and you can also store your products with your videos with them. And here's for PCs, not I use a Mac. Okay, so when we go back to products, we'll talk about this in a minute. So what I showed, I already went through this whole thing this morning, which was amazing. Okay. So you're going to we're talking about collections now. You're going to storyboard your collections. And this is, when I show you the sidebars, this is all to do with your storyboarding. So create a spreadsheet, do it by hand, whatever you do. Think about how you're going to present your customers with products in your store. And what it is these things here. You see, baby girls, tweens, designers. This is what you have to do. So the types, the main top link for your menu is boys and girls. Okay, then what departments do you have in your boys and girls? I'll be on in a minute. Okay, hang on. What departments do you have in your So you have kids, toddlers, and babies. So when you walk into department store, you have, you have all the children's clothes, but they're all in different departments. And then in those departments, you have your shirts, your shorts, your long pants, your swimsuit, your socks, your shoes, right? So everything is different. So you got to think about how you're going to present this in your store. So when you're creating a collection, again, hang on a sec. Let me go out. Let me do this. So when you're looking at that, when you're looking at this, this is going to help you add details to your collections, your product type, okay? And everything else is a tag. So you'll have boys as a tag. You'll have, what is this? Let's say this is pants as a tag. Oops, I didn't spell it right, but pants as a tag. So, and what this is going to do is discard whatever. When you come into your collections, you are going to create an automatic collection, which is really cool in Shopify. I don't know if anybody else does this. You can add manually, which is one by one by one. In Shopify, you add them automatically. So I normally use product tags, okay? You can use anything else, but I find tags is the easiest and the most sensible things to use. Then you're going to say, I want all boys products in here. And you can add different tags as well. So I want all boys, and I want all boys pants in here. So immediately you're going to get boys and pants in here. It has to be all the conditions. If you want all the boys and all the pants in here, then you do any condition, right? So anyway, so this is how you're going to differentiate your products from, to get into your, let me go in here again, to get into your automatic collections. And this also is for customers to search on your website. Don't do too many tags. When we did this when we started out, we did all the tags in here. Not a good idea. Don't do all the tags that you can think of. Your vendor, obviously, who's selling it. Do you want to be the vendor, or do you want to actually highlight the vendor? So she highlights the vendor because that's how she sells it, right? The vendor sells her products. Not sells the products, but having the vendor on a website, people are searching for Louise as a vendor, as a designer, okay? Okay. So, and then your collections, you don't have to do anything, because look, your collections are going to be automatically added to, your products are going to be automatically added to your collections. So this is all I'm going to do today, and I know I probably went through this very quickly. If you have any questions, let me know. I will gladly help you. Let me get the share button for this, because I think this is super important. Come on, yeah. And I'll add this to here as well. Break-even analysis. So you will see this in the group and on here. Let's make this bold and beautiful. Boom. Okay. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I am going to be on tomorrow. Let me make this big entire screen. I want the entire screen. Hi, there we go. I'm back. So we're going to make again back tomorrow. I'll probably do a live, and then I'll do a question answer in the blue jeans, because I think this is actually going onto the group. If it doesn't, I will upload it as a recording. Thanks for listening, and I really hope I helped you a lot today. Thank you. See you tomorrow.